Welcome to the Heroic Voice. We are here on what is today? Today is the 13th of July. Is that right?
I
Yeah,
think it's the 12th. Is it 13th
it's the
already?
13th. We lost a
Okay.
day. I'm
Okay.
here once again with Ruben Najera because today we're going to talk about the Imperial Valley Entertainment. What's the official name? Is it
Yeah. Yeah. Imperial Valley Entertainment Convention.
convention?
Huh?
Okay. This is the Heroic Voice, where I talk to comic book creators and other interesting people on a variety of subjects. I am Dennis Maloney, publisher of the Heroic Multiverse, where we feature good girl and bad girl artwork, super babes, and all kinds of Silver Agey style stories. Where you not only do comic books, you do other kinds of entertainment, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Voice actors, celebrities from like actors and actresses, stuntmen, comic books, of course, anime, cosplay, panels of all kinds
Look
of
into the
things as well.
camera, make eye contact with our
Yeah.
viewers.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay,
just everything in entertainment embodies. Yeah.
all righty. So let's talk about that. It is scheduled for October 26th this year. Is that right?
October 25th.
5th,
Huh?
25th. That's a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yes,
Right?
Saturday.
Saturday. And you're going to have some guests there.
Yep.
Tell us about your guests.
Yes. So we're gonna have a lot of different guests. There's a couple that I can't announce yet. But I will be well, I mean I could say the ones that we have already. So of course you're gonna be there,
Yes,
you
I
know.
am. I
Yes,
am
so you're
planning
gonna
to
be
be
there.
there.
And there's gonna be a fantastic cool exclusive as well, featuring one of your characters from your publishing house. So that's gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, there's no reason not to tell people. We've already given you a cover for your promotional comic book
Yep.
featuring the naughty Black Enchantress.
Yep.
And there will be in that comic book, how many pages are you planning for it to be?
That one's gonna be around like 20 to 22, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to clear up with you then because I could either give you 8 pages or 12
Yeah.
pages of story with the Black Enchantress.
Oh,
Which,
it's if you want to do 12, you could do 12.
okay, let's
Yeah.
do 12 then.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get that to you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Uh, well, actually, not as soon as I can. I'll get it to you soon.
hmm
So, um, who else besides
So,
yours truly?
so today we just announced Jay Photos. He's an artist colorist. He's worked on Spawn. I mean, he's worked with like McFarlane on a lot of things actually. But he also worked on Mars Attacks. He has his own independent creator-owned stuff like Rising Rebels. And he also has what's the other really big? Godzilla. He worked on Godzilla as well.
Gojira.
Yeah, so he did that too. He's a great guy. He's out of the Arizona area. This is the first time he's ever going to be at the Imperial Valley Entertainment Convention. So we just announced him today, so that's a treat. That's going to be awesome. On top of that, oh, he's also worked on Ninja Turtles too. He's done inks on some Turtles books. Um, we also have Dave Garcia, who's like the Imperial Valley legend. He's one of my
Panda
mentors.
Khan.
Yeah, PandaCon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Archie stuff that I grew up with. So it's always an honor to have him there. So he'll be there, as well as myself and El Cartoon, and we both are. Oh, and Derek Pisciano, who is another artist. So I have an original series called Calaguerra, and El Cartoon, who's from Tijuana, he's a cartoonist and interior artist, and he did all the interior work on all three issues of my original series Calaguerra, and he will be there. And the cover to the third issue is done by a very talented artist from Kingman, Arizona, named Derek Pisciano, and he's going to be there as well for the first time. So it's kind of cool. Like you'll actually get to see um, like three of the individuals involved with that book there on the same day at the same time. Also on top of that, that third issue, which is the final issue of Galaguera, will already be out by then. And Derek is the cover artist of that book. So this is probably like one of the only times that like if someone has the book, they could get it signed by Derek because he doesn't really do too many shows.
Oh,
Um,
okay, that's
so
good
he'll
to
be
know.
there. So he actually could sign his own cover for the first time. So that's going to be a pretty darn cool, honestly. So Derek will be there. And then of course we have a lot of cosplay. We have a cosplayer from the Netherlands, Cosplay Pulse. That's what she goes by. It's her first time. It's actually the Imperial Valley's first time ever having an international cosplayer. Period. at a show. So she's coming from pretty far to do that. I have two voice actors, three actually. Um, I technically couldn't announce them yet because we kind of like do surprise reveals, but two of them I could say right now. And if someone's listening can look it up, they'll figure out who it is. There'll be like the little snippet to it, but they both do voices on X-Men 97 for Disney or the Disney Plus network. And one of them is the voice of Morph, and one of them is the voice of Bishop. So for you X-Men fans, that's gonna be kind of fun. So one of them is the voice of Morph, and one of them is the voice of Bishop, and they're going to be there for the first time in Imperial Valley. So that's going to be a cool for the X-Men fans. And then we have another voice actor uh, who does things with Seth MacFarlane. So I'll leave
Hmm.
that little tidbit with it. You know what I mean? And that person has done a lot of things with Seth MacFarlane, actually. So everyone will already know who they are once they're there. And that announcement will come probably like, so the show's in October. The announcement for this person will come like in August. So it's
Well,
coming.
we're also hoping to get a few other people there too. You made a very generous offer to the Cartoon Arts Professional Society,
Yeah.
CAPS, right?
Uh-huh.
How much were you discounting the vendor tables to them? I
Yeah,
also,
yes. Yeah. So right now, like the rates that are at right now, it's 120. So if anyone in Caps wants to be a part of it, I mean, they can do it for like, 80 instead of the 120. So they could save like $40. Yeah.
okay. We sent out a form. I don't remember seeing the discount on there. Was that?
Oh well, yeah, well, the discount, since like even if they fill out the form, it doesn't actually say the Caps thing on it because that's a special thing for you guys. So they could just let me know that they're part of Caps, you know what I mean? And we'll just do it that way. Yeah.
Okay,
Because I don't
then
expect there to be too many, you know what I mean? So,
no,
yeah.
but we'd like to get some people there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'll do then is I'll follow up Monday morning with a note to CAPS people,
Yeah. Yeah.
letting them know that there is in fact a significant discounted
Oh
rate
yeah, yeah,
for a
$40
table
off.
there.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Which
So
is less than what it even cost when it was early bird. It's even less than that. So and to keep to that too, that also includes like a pass if they want to bring someone to help them out or something. It won't even charge for that pass either. They can bring someone for free. Usually that's like an admission cost and won't even charge that. They can bring someone for free with them if they need someone to help them set up, or a handler or a spotter or someone just to join them on the journey over here. Yeah.
okay. All righty. So what other things do you have planned for the
Yeah.
Imperial Valley Entertainment Convention?
Yeah, so there's two really big cosplay groups that are going to be coming by. One of them is the Imperial Sands Garrison, which is like an extension of the 501st Legion, which hasn't been at our show since 2020. So this would be their first time back. So there's be a lot of cool Star Wars cosplay there. And for those that aren't aware, the Imperial Valley is probably only like 25, 30 minutes away from the sand dunes where Return of the Jedi was shot,
Hmm.
which is where Boba Fett fell into the Sarlacc pit. So we have a lot of Star Wars history in our town. So it's a very Star Wars heavy area.
Oh, the
Um,
town. It's in El Centro,
yeah,
right?
and yep,
Which
and
is how far
it's
east of San Diego?
so if you're in San Diego, it's about an hour and a half down the freeway. If you get to like La Mesa or El Cajon in San Diego, you'll start to see these signs on the 8 freeway that say El Centro. It literally says El Centro on it. And that takes you just straight to El Centro, one straight shot. And then once you get to El Centro, if you drove like another 25, 30 minutes heading towards Yuma, you'll get to those sand dunes. There's like a ranger station there, and that's where they shot the Star Wars film, Return of the Jedi. So it's a big Star Wars, town. Really, there's a lot of history here. There's also a lot of other films that have been shot here. I was a part of the film commission here for a while, and like American Sniper was filmed here. Jarhead, Sniper with Bradley Cooper. Jarhead with Jake Gyllenhaal, Jamie Foxx. The Bad Batch, which I actually had some paid work that I did. I did some stunt work in that movie. That had Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey in it, Jason Momoa, Suki Waterhouse. They also shot some Stargate stuff down here. Um, War Dogs with Jonah Hill. There's a lot of stuff that's been shot down here. Like usually a lot of desert stuff that they try to make look like it's other you know, other foreign areas.
It's a
Um,
friendly environment for filmmaking.
the desert, yeah, the desert landscape here is looks really, really cool. Yeah. They also shot some scenes from the Obi-Wan show down here as well in the desert, in the dunes area. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Also on top of that, we have this really big Power Rangers cosplay group, the AZ Morphin Grid. They're fantastic, like probably like the best Power Rangers cosplay group that I've ever seen. And they're based out of Arizona, and they're going to be coming down for the Valley show as well. And they just got like all the authentic gear, you know. So that's going to be fun seeing them around. We also have a few panels during the day. And on top of that, the traditional cosplay contest that we have every year that has like a little cash prize with it. So that's gonna be fun because the community every year, I'm always impressed by how much better everyone gets at the cosplay locally here. Like they look forward to it every year, and like, boy, it's impressive. Like sometimes some of the cosplayers are so darn good that I see Hollywood movies and I'm like, what are they doing? Like they should just hire some of these like regular people. Like these people are like outstanding sometimes, you know? Like and like, yeah, they're just more screen accurate than some of the supposed screen accurate stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive. It's
Well,
pretty
you're going to
impressive when
squeeze a
people
lot into one day. This is, not a short convention, though. It opens at what was it?
12 noon to 7 p.m.
Noon to
Yeah,
7. So seven
yeah,
hours of
yeah.
convention stuff.
It's a lot of stuff in one day. Yeah, it really is. You're right. Yeah, it's a lot. And oh, you know what I didn't even mention? Last year we had a wrestling lucha ring. So there was live wrestling. So there's just people flying around
Are you going to
on
have
a
it
ring.
this year?
We're gonna have it again this year, yeah. So we have a live full wrestling ring taking place, yeah, with matches throughout the day. So it's just and in different kinds of matches too. There's like men and women matches and like tag teams and everything. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. There's a lot of cool stuff. The Martin Luther King Jr. Pavilion is where it's gonna take place. It's in El Centro, California. It's from noon to 7, and the building's pretty big. Like there is no official convention center in Imperial Valley. This is the largest scale building I say you could do an event like this that exists
It,
here, and this is where we're at.
this is your first year there too, right?
No, we
No?
we we started doing the show at this building in 2020.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misremembered then.
Yeah, but we launched in 2018, but we did 2 years in a completely different building.
Oh,
Um,
that's what it was.
yeah,
That's why you needed a new floor plan.
yeah. So we had a completely different building before, and then this year the reason we had the other floor plan in the beginning was because we actually were going to rent the community center, which is a little bit smaller and different. But they actually had told us that we're going to have that building and then booked it to someone else even after I had put a down payment down, you know what I mean? So
Hmm.
like they basically had to like refund me that down payment and then I had to re-rent the one that we did last year, which was like, 3 times more expensive than the one I got. So yeah, there's a reason why a lot of people don't do events, you know what I mean? Or want to be responsible to run because there's so much that's involved. It's insane. Like there's so much that's involved. Like you go to like some of these big cons, like um and you see just like countless staff members and like there's so many people that make the thing work and it's pretty gnarly to try to make something in an entire county work and be a staff of like three, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's a lot of work. So I basically have like 8 octopus arms at all times, you know what I mean? And even at this show, like I don't even think I technically will have a booth because I probably just can't. I'm just gonna be moving around everywhere too much, you know. But yeah.
Well, you got to have some place where people can buy merch.
Well, yeah, I'm saying for my own stuff. Like I
Um,
might have like maybe like at our cartoons table where one of my artists, I might have like a little section of stuff of mine, that maybe I'll pop in for like 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
sure.
But for the most part, I'm probably gonna be swamped going around. You know what I mean? Just making sure everything's going smooth. You know? Yeah.
So, how do people go about getting tickets for
Yeah.
this?
So yeah, www.imperialvalleyec.com. So IMPERIALVALLEYEC.com. So Imperial Valley EC. So EC is short for Entertainment Convention. But it's also cool because it's short for El Centro, which is the
Yeah.
city taking place. So it works out perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Admission price right now is,
If I'm not mistaken, there was an early bird price and I think it changed now. If I'm not mistaken, shit, let me see. What is it at right now? It didn't really go up like by very much. I'll say this, like usually at the door, they've always gone up to like $40 in the past, you know? And the early birds were only like 20 bucks. So like it counts to get it early, but right now I have someone else to help me update it recently. Um, I mean, I think it's at like $25
Some
right
people
now.
can find out simply by
Yeah.
going to the website.
Yeah, yeah, it's still cheaper right now. Like I highly recommend like if you want to go like just go on the website right now. It's for like in the $25 range. It's definitely way cheaper than getting it at the door, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, what about anime guests? Do you have those?
Yeah, we have a voice actor who we didn't announce yet, who's heavily well known in the anime genre. Yeah. So we're gonna announce that one probably like September, right before October. Um, but aside from that, like every year in the last since 2020 actually, there's been some incredible resurgence in anime and like there's some really darn good anime cosplays that have been showing up. It's like I think even last year the winners of the cosplay contest, I feel like 70% of the costumes were anime, you know?
Hmm.
So it's definitely just gone bigger and bigger, you know? Yeah. So just being there, like you'll already be immersed in that culture. And we do have some vendors that are like, they have a lot of anime exclusive merchandise that they come and sell. And a lot of the vendors that we have too that are selling, you know, collectibles and toys and stuff like that. Like seriously, like you find them at like Phoenix Fan Fusion or San Diego Comic Con or like, you know what I mean? The other conventions that are nearby here. And like if you couldn't get tickets to some of those other big shows, it's the same people right here. You know what I mean?
Great.
Except for
Yeah.
a fraction of the price. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, what have we not covered here?
Um, I mean, pretty much just getting your tickets early just so you get the discount, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna be way cheaper right now than it would be then. I guess the other thing I didn't say is ages 12 and under are free.
Uh-huh.
When we first started, it was like 5 and under were free. This was like in 2018, and like since then, I've just like bumped the age up because like there's been a lot of youth that has been inspired because of this show. And like teachers have told me firsthand because I've done like career days at school that like kids literally have gone to this show that I've done since 2018 and been inspired to draw, and like they've gone to do like amazing things. There's this one kid who attended early on, and then his teacher told me that he was inspired to draw from that, and he was just like started drawing and drawing and drawing, and somehow he submitted his stuff, and one of his artwork got used on that director. Is it Jordan Peele, the one from Get Out or something like that? Well, that guy bought one of his pieces to use as the cover of one of the DVDs or something like
Oh
that,
my. Oh,
and
that's
that came
cool.
from like a kid who was inspired from the show that we ran. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like since then, what I've done is I've bumped it up to like what I feel is like that age of like um youth where like they're transitioning from junior high to high school. So I always feel like 12 and under was like a good range, you know? So usually a lot of places don't have it that old to be free, but at ours it is. So 12 and under is free, you know?
Well,
Um,
definitely bring your kids then if you come to the convention.
yeah, yeah. And you know, 12 is still like kid, but it's not really like kid anymore, you know what I mean? Like they're already kind of grown into teen, but like I still feel it's a very important age where they're, you know, they're figuring out what they kind of like already, you know what I mean? And like a lot of times this is a really cool place to find and make friends even sometimes because sometimes they like that thing and other kids at the school might not, and then you know submerge all of them with like other ones that are like, oh, they're into what I like and they're into what I like, and I love this whole thing, you know what I mean? Like they get inspired to draw or write or be creative or do art or cosplay, you know what I mean? Or meet their favorite voice actor and then be inspired to become a voice actor themselves, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
maybe they want to start a business or like or just make friends, you know? Some people come just to make friends to play you know, Pokemon or Magic or you know like
Gaming.
yeah,
Have you
gaming, all
do
that.
you have
It's a
gaming
lot.
there?
We do. I always every year I always make sure there's a section set aside where people can you know do game. I think last year people set up and did a whole Dungeons and Dragons thing last year, you
Cool.
know? So yeah, it's just whatever anyone wants to come in like it's like a big old house of geekdom, you know what I mean? Like everyone can just enjoy themselves with that. So yeah.
All right. So I think we've pretty well covered it, unless there's something that you can think of right now. Again,
Uh,
we haven't covered.
Yeah, I don't, I mean that's I think that pretty much summarizes it, other than like the special guests that um I couldn't announce quite just yet, but I mean they're going to be awesome. Trust me, like it's well worth anyone who wants to go. Like, and not just that, but there's nothing else like this in Imperial County or even like the even in Mexicali or some of the surrounding cities. Not even like by Palm Springs because like the Palm Springs show, I was the one that ran it like 2 years ago. So I wasn't gonna do one until every 2 or 3 years. So even then, right now, there still isn't anything like that right now there. So like
Mhm.
this is a very important and very cool event that the community has always looks forward to. And I highly recommend anyone who hasn't gone to go. And anyone who goes already, they already know that they're gonna come back because they know that they enjoy it. You know what I mean?
It's a great show from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
I get to experience it this year for myself
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, and it's fun, you know. It's like a very community-based event. Like you could tell, like I think some of the larger cities, like they probably have too many events, and like it gets a little oversaturated, or you have too
Mhm.
many things to do. And like in Imperial Valley, there isn't really like anything else to do like that because I've lived there all my life pretty much. And so when something like this comes around, like people make it, they put it on their calendar. You know what I mean? Because it's something they
Okay.
could finally do, you know? Yeah.
Let's give that website once more. It's imperialvalleyce.com.
Yeah, ImperialValleyEC.com.
EC.
Yeah.
imperialvalleyec.com. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Check it
Um,
out.
even if you have to travel a ways, at least consider coming down there because
Yeah.
it's a great 1 day show, right?
Yeah. And you know what? We're doing this cool thing with we haven't finalized it yet, but there's a hotel down the street. It's like a Days Inn. We're trying to work something out with them. This isn't official, but hopefully it can be. But we're trying to work out something with them where like maybe if you get the hotel room with them, if you are from coming from out of town, that they give you either a discount or a free extra ticket.
Hmm.
So that's pretty freaking awesome. So that's not official yet, but that's what we're trying to work with them. Like we want to work with them on that end. But yeah, there's going to be some cool things like that. But on top of that too, like um, you know, I mean, I'm right now I'm trying to book like hotels at like the San Diego Comic Con, right? And like the hotels, like dude, they're like $300, you know what I mean, or more, or you can't even find them because they're all gone, right? That's the opposite. Like right here in the valley, like it's very affordable. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And you can have a fun day and a fun show. Um, and anyone that's local, I mean, they love it because they don't have to rent a hotel and there's plenty of food around. You know what I mean? Like the traffic's not congested. The parking's free, which is a big, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but like I've been to a lot of shows and like sometimes I'm paying like $30, $40 for parking. You know what I mean? The parking's free here. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's park where you want, like, you know what I mean? So like there's just a lot of perks to it. You just don't want to miss it. It's gonna be fun. And we'll have food vendors, so there'll be food on site, but you could just leave and go get food wherever the heck you want. There's tons of places to eat everywhere nearby. Nothing is far. So yeah, yeah, pretty
All
much.
right.
It's gonna be a cool day.
Ruben, thank you. I want
Yeah,
to
thank you.
encourage people, as always, if you like the heroic voice, you got to share this. You got to subscribe. You got to put
Yeah.
those hit those like buttons. Let's build this traffic. Ruben, I will talk to you again shortly, and I'll
Yes.
let you know as soon as I send out that update to
Awesome.
cast members tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Dennis. Much appreciated.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.